Alright, hello YouTube. I wanted to give you guys a little video on how to convert your sensitivity in any single game perfectly to the 100th of a centimeter. If you want to have, one sensitivity in Overwatch to Rainbow Six Siege or one sensitivity from Valorant to Overwatch, then this is how you do it. So, opening up Kovaaks here, for instance, your sensitivity, this little gear right here, is where you're going to find your centimeter 360. And you always want to make sure on 1600 DPI, make sure it's that on your mouse. Make sure you check your mouse software, whatever button you're on. 1600 DPI is like bare minimum. Make sure you're on this. And for me, I'm on 64 CM right here. This is what I've always been playing on. And I have it on the Valorant setting. So this is going to be Valorant dictated. So for instance, this sensitivity times this DPI and then whatever algorithm they use for that game. This would be my Valorant Sens for my CM. So for instance, if I want to switch it to Overwatch and I still want 64 CM, you see it perfectly converts. So this would be Overwatch Sense, be 64 CM, still the exact same thing, same exact movements. If I want to do for Apex Legends, 64 CM, and it shows it perfectly, converts it. So if I do like 5, it'll go to, 51 cm, or if I do like 10 cents, it'll go to 5 cm, or whatever I want to do, it'll do it. And then we can do the same here. We can type 64.4, it'll give me the exact perfect sense. So I'm in Valorant and you go 64.4, it still says the exact same number. Again, same in the game. Counter-Strike, this would be my Counter-Strike sense. I just go in there, type it in console, exact the sensitivity, it'd be perfect every single time. Even in Fortnite, we can get our percentage. So for instance, on Fortnite, this would be the percent. You'd put it on 1.5%, or if you can do 1.6%, that would be like your Fortnite sense. And then as long as you have 100% aim and accuracy, or like aim sensitivity, then it'll be the exact same aiming in, not aiming in. Same in first person mode. This is how you're going to convert it. Yeah, same for everything. Even Call of Duty, it'll show it for you. This would be what you put it on. I also want to show this on Aim Labs because it's the same thing on here. We can also do it on Aim Labs. So you can see 64 CM, and in general, your game profile is just going to be whatever it needs to be on. So like I could put it on Warframe, go to my mouse, and then it'll give me my sense. Now I don't understand how Warframe sense works, so that's probably not a good example, but yeah, if I picked like, I don't know, like if we picked a Doom series and I type in 64.4, there's gonna be my Doom sense. So it always shows it for each game. Pretty easy to dictate. Even like Call of Duty, you can pick which Call of Duty you want. Do Black Ops 4. This would be my, my sense in game. And that's kind of how you go about doing it, making sure it's the exact same. And it's all about this centimeter per 360 distance, constant distance that turns an expensive perceived sensitivity, commonly deviated, CM360. It gives a little explanation here on Aim Labs, kind of nice. So, but I'll probably just be leaving this on Valorant because that's what I've been basing it off of. Now you can see it's the same as Kovaak's 0.126 for the sensitivity. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense, helps some people out. Now, if you don't have Kovaaks or AimLab installed and you don't want to do that, we can go to something like this, a mouse converter. You can literally just type mouse converter or like sense converter, and there's gonna be lots of stuff. There's aiming.pro, there's this one, and it's always gonna be the same. You just do advanced, it'll calculate your CM360. Always type in 1600 DPI. So like CS2, I could type in 0.4, or then we type in 0.46, and it's the exact same. And I can have it convert to any game, or it'll show me just like kind of like what the sense would be. So even if you just want to find your sense, this is a great way to do it. Same on here, as you can see, CM per 360 is on here. Target DPI, current DPI. You can even convert DPIs and stuff as well. Do 0.126. You can see it's pretty much just about exactly accurate. Or if I did 127, it'd be pretty dang close. And then, yeah, that's how we can get it. But usually I just use the site. It works pretty good. Again, we can do like 0.126 from Apex to, let's do Valorant. And you can see 64 point, 0.8 or whatever, how close it is. Very close. And it converts Apex sense, so this would be what it is. And then, yeah, this is how you can convert sensitivities around and have it be accurate and actually know that it's accurate. This is going to be the same for any FOV, any resolution that you're on. That has no relevancy to how fast your mouse is going to be moving. This is literally just dictating exact distance on your desk that you're going to have to move your mouse. So if you had to move your mouse 20 centimeters in one game and then move your mouse 20 centimeters in another game, it'll make the exact same rotation no matter what FOV or settings you have, as long as you're setting it up like this. And a lot of people question why this 1600 DPI, why not something else. This is literally just how fast your mouse can detect the pixels. So this is distance per inch, or dots per inch. So it kind of just is like a scanning rate. So if you have a scanning rate like below 1600, if you want 800, obviously this would half of your sense. So for instance, I would have to be on like 252 to get the same sense, or 126. Oh, it shows it because it's from the DPI. But anyway, yeah, the reason why we don't use lower DPI or super high DPI is because then it becomes a lot more complicated to get a sensitivity. So if I was on like 3200 DPI, and I wanted to do this, then it would be 0.052 or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, I would have to have my sense, and it's just harder to be more accurate in game to actually put your sense in there. So 1600 is kind of what we just play on. It's like the standard default. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, if you want some coaching, if you want to learn more, check out my other videos. Ask me some questions in Discord, DM me on Twitter, ask me in the comments. I'll answer everything. I'm quite active. As for my situation and my lawsuit stuff, it's going a little better. Again, any support helps. So again, come get coaching. I will totally help you guys out. We can work something out with that. But yeah, just figured I'd make a little sense video. I thought this would be pretty nice and helpful for some people if they needed to play some other games and they wanted things to be accurate. So this is how you do it. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Thank you.